For today's Sunday sermon, let's read another Bible deconstruction devotional. We'll see how the platform treats this passage. As I stated last week in our sermon, these stories come right out of the Bible, so there really shouldn't be any censoring issue. But we're going to read number 27, David the Mighty Foreskinner. 1 Samuel chapter 18, verses 22 through 27. In the New Living Translation. Then Saul told his men to say to David, "The king really likes you, and so do we. Why don't you accept the king's offer and become his son-in-law?" When Saul's men said these things to David, he replied, "How can a poor man from a humble family afford the bride price for the daughter of a king?" When Saul's men reported this back to the king, he told them, "Tell David that all I want for the bride price is 100 Philistine foreskins. Vengeance on my enemies is all I really want." But what Saul had in mind was that David would be killed in the fight. David was delighted to accept the offer. Before the time limit expired, he and his men went out and killed 200 Philistines. Then David fulfilled the king's requirement by presenting all their foreskins to him. So Saul gave his daughter Michal to David to be his wife. I'll skip over the King James Version here. "Well, golly gee, David, you little snipping whippersnapper of a foreskinner, we are all so proud of you. Of course, it goes without saying that your direct descendant, Jesus, was also certainly proud of you, and it's only a few verses earlier in this same chapter that we read of God being with you in all of your successes. Well, I'll be doggone, David. Jumping genitals, you legendary shearman. The whole world is proud of you." You know, dear brethren, including all the children that are present for today's sermon, this is a story of romance and love, obedience, faith, and valor. You see, the penis and genitalia altogether are of grave concern throughout much of God's Word. It is unabashedly enveloped in numerous stories and steeped in traditions and laws by the command of God. When Saul puts David to the test, we realize his love for Michal is deep, his obedience to his master unwavering, his faith in God to assist in all tasks unrivaled, and his valor limitless, as he returns with a double portion of fresh penis skin. It's a defining moment in both the Bible and David's life, as it's the first and only mention of a man of God committing a slew of murders in order to retrieve and deliver the prized pearls. Well, in all fairness, we don't really know if the cutting or the killing came first, though we're at will to imagine the worst when considering the overall nature of the story. Dear brethren, in closing, let us not only remember the heroism of David, but let us also be mindful of those who made this story possible. Let us honor David's men and their assistance in capturing the bounty. Let us honor those in both camps of Saul and David whom assisted in counting the bounty. Let us honor the fallen Philistines who gave all plus a bonus. Let us honor Michal, who must have been overwhelmed with flattery and great joy by the bounty laid before her and her father. Lastly, let us honor God, whom knows all, sees all, and directs the paths of the righteous. In the case of David, and again, as we're reminded of earlier in the chapter, God was with him through all, and we can be absolutely sure, dear brethren, he was with him, or at least did not halt him in his capturing of this bounty. Blessings. And children, if you have any further questions about today's sermon or the story itself, I'm sure your parents will be happy to discuss it with you in further detail. Have a great week, everybody. If you haven't picked up your copy, there's a link on the profile page. Much love to all of you. See you later.